There's a wonderful quote by one of my all-time favorite teachers, Wayne Dyer. It says, "Loving people live in a loving world. Hostile people live in a hostile world. Same world." Now, who determines which world it is? We do. And how do we do that? Let's explore that. Let's dive into that. Let's go there. Today I was inspired by a post on social media by a pretty well-known podcaster and influencer, Alex Zek, who I deeply respect and align with in a lot of ways and in a lot of thinking and resonate with in so many areas. And he shared this: can we both raise awareness about glyphosate, non-native EMFs, and the countless toxins in our environment so we can correct humanity's mistakes, while also releasing the stories, fears, and traumas we carry so we return to our natural state, clear, coherent, vibrant, resilient, and so full of love that the harmful effects of those mistakes become negligible, if not irrelevant. You are a walking, living, breathing miracle. I'd argue that the fear of toxicity accompanied with the belief that you are weak, fragile, and incapable is more damaging than the toxicity itself. Amen, brother. I couldn't agree with all of that more. There's really something to be said for acknowledging the darkness, acknowledging what is there that is toxic to us, to our environment. What is toxic to our world? What is toxic to our bodies? What is toxic to our minds? What is toxic to us as a species? Absolutely. Meeting those things and feeling them, allowing ourselves to feel the frustration of those toxins even being in the environment in the first place, the anger that shows up, the bitterness, the resentment, and the feelings of powerlessness that we've been subjected to this by powers, the powers that be. Those powers that have subjugated us, those powers that have enslaved us, those powers that have exploited us, those powers that have taken every advantage of us and have destroyed us in innumerable ways. Feel that, experience it, sit with it, allow it to flow. Every time it shows up, sit with it, feel it, allow it, experience it, and let's transmute this stuff. Let's transmute these in a way that we meet these, we allow these feelings to flow through us when they show up, and we transmute them into something glorious, something beautiful, something useful, something that can be tangible, that is implemented in our everyday world, environment, habits, ways that we can actually take something that was meant for bad, that was we could dub as evil, flip it around. Use the momentum of that launching us forth. I'm seeing a baseball flying toward a bat that is coming at 100 miles an hour. And as soon as that bat meets that ball, it rockets the other way. It's a home run, baby. And that's what we're doing as we meet these toxins. And actually, the toxins that we're meeting are the ones that are in our mind, in our psyche, that have been controlling us, that have been duping us, that have been keeping us bound up in fear, that have held us back, that have obscured. They've served as veils and scales, obscured the truth of who we really are, the peace that we ultimately are right now, the love that we are right now, the joy, the freedom, everything we want to embody and live and express, we are here right now. it's been veiled. We've been veiled. But that's changing. That's shifting. And that's what we're doing. We are moving more and more into the loving world by embodying love. We are moving more and more out of the hostile world. Not by ignoring the hostility, not by pretending that it doesn't exist, not by spiritually bypassing and say, there's no hostility, all is well. It's meeting that thing, those things that we have labeled and perceived as being hostile, and meeting them with love. Overcoming them, if you want to use that word, with love. Embracing them, integrating them, and transmuting them with love. This is how we create the new earth that we want to embody. This is what fires me up on a daily basis. This is what gets me going, is learning more and more about how we can have heaven on earth. We can live within the earth that we want here and now. That shows up through us. It shows up through us individually, but especially it shows up collectively. As we draw together and we encourage each other, support each other, we edify one another, we remind one another with presence and with words, energy, showing what is possible, what we can have, what we can experience. So it's disengaging from the things that are constantly cranking negativity. It's disengaging from the toxins that are showing up. It's not eating the glyphosate-covered fruit, but instead choosing a healthier fruit that hasn't been saturated with toxins. It's choosing environments that are not overrun with toxicity. It's choosing to put things in our bodies, on our bodies, in our minds, around us, that are not toxic. And then when we are exposed to the toxicities, to stand in our power and to say, I see you, I experience you, I'm going to make a different choice. I choose to vibrate higher. I choose to experience, I prefer to experience something better. Anger shows up. I see you. I feel you. Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for your message. I allow you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sit, feel, experience, allow. And it dissipates. It's like magic. And then I go and hug my baby girl and I throw up in the air and listen to her laugh. And I immerse myself in that laughter. I watch her face as she lights up with the surprise and joy of me tossing her up in the air to catch her. In the fun of that experience, I stay in that moment. And then when I put her down and my mind wants to go to, yeah, but what about this scary, report that we just heard someone mention? What about this bill that still needs to be paid and there's fear there because what if there's not enough money to take care of it? What about this? What if that? Okay, I see you. I feel you. My eyes are locked on my daughter, beholding her beauty. My ears are tuned in to what my son is saying to me, how he's telling me about his Lego builds, how he's so excited, and I'm experiencing the energy of that, and I'm staying immersed in that as much as I can. I'm engaging my heart. I'm feeling my heart connecting with him. I'm feeling my heart connecting with her. I'm feeling my heart connecting with my wife as she comes and we embrace and I hold her and I experience and I express through my being such gratitude for having such an amazing partner in my life. So it's more and more embodying these things, doing these things, and taking in things from people that are enlivening, that are uplifting, that people that are calling in and envisioning and manifesting the new earth. I'm putting in the notes down there a list a good sized list of names of people that encourage me and Michelle often. That these are people, and there's too many to list right now. These are people that are speaking life and speaking the new world into existence. They're helping to create the new world that we want to embody, that we want to live in. And I'll throw in my top 5 podcasts that I get fed by, that I get nourished by, that help me to envision, that help me to see what's possible for us. These are just a sampling of what's out there. I know there are names of people that are doing magical, amazing things, and I'll find them and I'll connect with them. Hopefully. But the more we share these opportunities with one another to take these moments to speak into existence what we want to see, the more we'll see those things. That's just how it works. And again, all the while acknowledging, yeah, did you see what Bill Gates said and did this last time? How insane is that? What about the World Economic Forum? What are they up to these days? Oh my God, what about Trump? Oh my God, what about the Democrats? Oh my God, what are they up to now? I don't know. I mean, you can know, go ahead. You can know and you can educate others and you can fill people in on the dangers. And sometimes we need to know the dangers. If there's a hurricane coming, I want to know so that we can make plans and we can relocate. But most of the time, it's nonstop. The stories are nonstop. There's always war. There's always carnage. There has always been war. There has always been carnage. That was our past. That's how we lived. And I know people can point to, yeah, but it's still here and it's still there and it's still here and it's still there. Let's envision higher possibilities for those that are trapped in those circumstances. Let's envision what does life look like when they're living free and they're fully fed, they're fully nourished, and they're fully healthy, they're fully protected and fully thriving in their environment. What does it look like when we're living fully in our power? We're not subject to any government. We're not subject to any world, global cabal or whatever. Let's envision higher possibilities for those people that we believe can come into greater knowing and awareness. Yeah, but they're reptilians and they're whatever. Okay, fine. If you want to stay parked in the yeah buts, go ahead. By all means. I'm very much a believer in you do you. I also invite you and encourage you to join us in envisioning higher possibilities so that we can start to see more of that, because that's what we're doing. That's how we're drawing together in this age of Aquarius. We're collectivizing, we're collaborating. We're collaborating in this unity consciousness of inviting in through heart connection, through heart-led speech and engagement and relationship with one another, with each other in groups. We are calling forth the earth, the world that we want to live in, that we want to abide in. And what does that look like? Man, what does that look like? That's the question, and it's not rhetorical. What does that look like to you? What does the new earth look like? What are the possibilities? What else is possible? And then when the reports come in about this dark thing that's happening or this dark thing that's coming, what else is possible? What else can be on the other side of that? In the yin and the yang, there's always another side. I heard Alan Watts describe it as a mountain. One side is the yang, one side is the yin. You can't have one without the other. There's always another side. If there is the darkness, if there is the plotting, if there is the massive plans, strategy, all these things to control us and to destroy us, what's the other side of that? What is on the other side? Let's be explorers. Let's be pioneers. Let's be the ones who go and we check out the other side. And let's show others the other side. Let's reveal it. Let's help them to feel it, experience the other side of those dark forces, those dark things. What is light? What is real? What is true? What is amazing? What is phenomenal? Philippians 4:8. Meditate on these things. Joy, peace, love, gentleness, kindness, mercy. What are these things that we can put our attention on and focus on and breathe into and help to materialize in this realm? What is possible? That's what I'm asking. Share in the comments. What do you see for us? What are possibilities that we can bring about in this new earth as we do this together? In unity consciousness, unified in our consciousness of who we really are and how we can truly be. So thank you for hopping on this video. Please share with me whatever you're inspired by, inspired with. Express and bring it forth. I would love to hear it, experience what you have coming through you that can help bring about this new earth. Thank you. Namaste.